essentially, you own your own healthcare records. How many of you have them with you? Seems to be the problem all over the country. You ought to be able to carry a little card like that that would have every record about you on it, including ones that you want to put on or that you want to critique. And it should be usable anywhere in the country. Now, that's the problem. There are health IT systems out there right now. But if you're from Wyoming and you come to Washington and you break your leg, the doctor's not going to be able to read it because it's got different standards. So what we need is a standard that can be used all over the country so that your information can be read everywhere. Now, the RAND Corporation that's under Kennedy mentioned lists this as one of the really big savings for American health. And part of the reason is duplication of tests. You go to one specialist and you have a test done. Some of those tests are pretty expensive, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. And they send you to another person. And that person says, well, we can't get those records quick enough. This is something that needs to be taken care of right away. We got to do the test again. If you had that on your card, you could hand it to them and say, no, here's the test. That would save $140 billion a year. Now, the other part of this, of course, is the preventable medical errors that kill Americans each year, than breast cancer, AIDS, or motor vehicle accidents. One of those is handwriting. How good does your doctor handwrite? Yeah. How well does a new pharmacist looking at that read that? What happens if they get it wrong? Well, I'll tell you what happens if they get it wrong. 100,000 people a year die in the United States because the prescription was misread. That's a real cost. And health IT would eliminate that. Almost. Probably still be a little bit left. But for the most part, that would take care of that problem. That's why we need to do it, and we need to do it so urgently. Now, a year and a half ago, we passed this through the Senate. We passed it unanimously through the Senate. Then we ran into some interfering other issues from the House side and weren't able to resolve those in the amount of time that was left. Now we're having a little difficulty passing it because there's an increased interest in a few of the items, like privacy. And everybody is concerned about their privacy. Well, only 94% of Americans are concerned about their privacy, and I'm worried about the other 6%. But what we're really talking about is data security. And you already trust data on a lot of your life, two different kinds of actions that happen on cards without giving it a second thought. And it will be a challenge always to make sure that there's good data security. The bill that we have takes care of data security. That isn't the finite answer because data security changes every day, and there are people in this room that work on that every day that will keep it from being a detriment. And the bill takes care of that. So there's no reason we can't have health IT and have it right away. There's some costs involved. We told you about the savings. And those savings, far on an annual basis, exceed what it would cost to put this in. So we've got to get health IT done, and I appreciate the Roundtable's help on doing that.